Hey, this is Crystal with another Tip Tuesday for you. Today I wanted to talk to you about the anti-flip rule and a little bit about rapid appreciation and what all that really means when it comes to buying a house or getting a mortgage. So this is kind of an older rule that came back into effect, I believe, in about 2015. And it has different meanings for different kinds of loans. And what it's intended to do is to slow down the rapid profitability from flipping a home. So basically, if you've, and then this is really pertinent to investors, contractors that are buying houses cheap and fixing them up and then turning around quick to sell them, it can cause a problem on the purchaser coming in unless it's a cash transaction. So, for instance, if with FHA has the 90-day anti-flip rule, and basically from the time that title changes hands from a seller to a buyer, the clock starts for 90 days. Somebody cannot come in and get a loan on that property with an FHA mortgage for 90 days. On day 91, you can go ahead and engage, you can start your loan process and start moving forward. And basically it's a seasoning period. Conventional has something similar, whereas they don't like rapid appreciation. So if you kind of go back to your day one, on the day that the title changes hands, if they can see that there's a 20% increase from the sale that date to the sale that you're trying to do now, that's within that 90 days, if there's a 20% increase in purchase price, then that looks like it's a rapid appreciation. And conventional can also make you wait up to 90 days. They can ask you to do a second appraisal, which is basically just a verified supporting value. So this is something I believe it was around several years ago, went away, and then it's kind of come back again. And so where I see this actually causing more of a hiccup, oftentimes it takes almost 90 days to do all the repairs anyways, it seems, but where I see hiccups is where maybe a contractor has purchased a property in his own name and gets it fixed up, he's ready to sell it, so then he switches title into his company name, and then he tries to sell it so that it stays clean for taxes and whatnot. I think that would make sense, but regardless, he's changed it from his personal to his business or vice versa. And that title exchange, even if that person owns the entire corporate or LLC themselves, it's still an exchange of title, and that timer starts all over again. So if you're a realtor and you're coming up on a new listing perhaps that maybe you know has sold in the last 3-4 months, you might want to double check your dates as well, just so that you know if you have someone coming in that you could have a potential problem with the anti-flip rule. And if you're a buyer, lots of times if FHA is your only option, sometimes it can rule it out. It could rule the house out for being an eligible option for you if the seller's not able to wait until that 91st day to really get everything going. So I know it's kind of a tedious situation. It's not super, super common. I feel like, we don't have those houses in foreclosure in the quantity that we did at one time. So I don't feel like the flipping the house thing is quite as abundant as it once was, but it does still happen. So I see it still periodically throughout the years. So hopefully this is helpful information. If you're a realtor or a contractor and you've got any questions on kind of the fine print or how to work this out, don't hesitate to reach out. We're always happy to help however we can in the real estate industry, and we hope you guys have a good week. Thanks.